Hi everyone, this is Diane. It is time for the final installment of the series of videos where I show the journals that I created and kept for myself to use over the years, over many years. So I'm just showing you the last. Many of these are glue book and collage books and art journal type of books. So I also want to ask you, many people have asked me, or at least a few people, have commented and said they would like me to show the journals I have purchased from other creators. So if you would like to see the journals that I've purchased, and there's quite a few of them too, over the years, let me know, and we can do that in the next however many videos it would take, however many days it would take. We'll do it on a Sunday, like I'm doing. We'll just continue. So, boy, I didn't know it would be that hard to say. So this, I think, is the oldest of this collection here that I have on my table. And this was before I started using fabric on the spines, so this is duct tape. And duct tape does start to pull back. This is still attached really well. I have this one that I think I showed this maybe in the very first video, and this was duct tape too, but this one was pulling away badly and I had to add another piece to it. So I am going to I'm going to take this apart and create a new spine for it. Did I show this one to you? I think I did. It's a movie star themed one. So duct tape is not a good idea for using on spines. It was suggested in one of the early videos that I watched on how to create junk journals, so that's why I used duct tape. She used book tape, but she said you can use duct tape too, so I tried it. Anyway, this is a National Geographic book cover publication, and I Mod Podged some images to it and added a Tim Holtz knob. It is almost 4 inches wide, and it has 6 signatures, and this book took me forever to fill up. It's a glue book, so I won't flip through every page, but it's just so gigantic and heavy that I will never make a glue book this big again. I learned from doing it, but I really had fun working in this glue book. It was my very first glue book, and more junky than glue books that I do now, and I really had fun with it. I would glue this, like, I came back to this page multiple times and just added 1 or 2 things and until I thought it was done. So that I like doing things that way, but now when I try to do a page, I wind up pretty much finishing almost every page, like doing a collage, instead of just gluing stuff down that I like and then coming back another day and gluing more stuff down. This had a booklet in it to do, so not only did I have a ton of pages, but I also had this glue book or little pamphlet here to fill in. But that was fun too. It just took forever to do this. Nothing wrong with that either. And I'm talking years, because I would put it away and not take it off my shelf for a while. See, this is a fun thing to do with these fun images that you see in a magazine, and they appeal to you for whatever reason. So I just fussy cut them out and glued them down. This is how it was in the magazine. I didn't arrange them that way. And this had Tim Holtz Adage tickets on it, and I made a little waterfall type of thing with it. I never did finish that page. All I did was glue this one little image on it. So these pages didn't get glued on. That was a very enjoyable book to use. And then when I used that one up, I started using this one. And this one is now completed. I completed it not too long ago, so there is a flip through fairly recently. So I create the journal, and this one has fabric on it. It has 3 signatures. But it's nice. They become quite heavy when you glue on every page and much thicker. So I now create them so that there's a lot of room for growing, and it became pretty full by the time I was done. And I like having little envelopes with tags that I can pull out, do some collaging on. Makes them more interactive to look at. And this is an old one too, because this one has paper on the spine. But I've mentioned this one. Did I show this one recently too? This one is one I'm using for vintage ladies collage. Didn't start out that way, but that's how it is now. So I did these 2 recently. And this one. And the rest are blank pages. This book, I love the cover. I love the colors on this cookbook. And I used a flocked pink fabric. And I put one of the pages from the cookbook on this. This book was in pretty bad shape. It was bent. And I made it into a list book. Oh, I know, it was this. Okay, so this was my first planner. Wait, it says CW planner. But I think these were, yeah, they're my goodness, I can't even think straight. Marguerite Miller collages. That's what this book was in 2021. It says CW Planner Challenge, because I think that was a book that she was getting prompts from. So these collages are all from those prompts. And that was fun. Oh, and she called it a planner because she sold a book, a spiral bound book that had a page for you to do the collage and then a planner page, but I just made my own. So I just jotted down something about each day of the week. Now I remember, it's been 3 years, so I liked this page, and I liked that page. Some of the collages just really seemed to turn out nice, and then others were like, yeah, it's okay. This one has a piece of embroidered fabric on it. I like the colors of this one. And these I just collaged on because they were the cover pages. So I didn't use prompts for those. Again, these were just collages. I liked this one. That was fun. I had this Carrying the Human Voice by Wire. So it's kind of like, this is what makes up the phone and how it works. And then this was separate, in a separate ad, but it was fun to combine them. I guess I stopped using it as a planner. The end. This one is my scripture journal. I haven't worked in it in a long time. So this one is collages. I went through, I'll just show you a blank page. It's not blank, but I haven't written in it. I do a collage and leave space to write my scripture, and then, wow, I haven't even finished collaging in it. Oh, that's right. I'm collaging as I go through it, but I haven't done it in a long time. So collage and leave space for writing scripture, and then write something about the scripture if I want to, what it means to me or something like that. So that's what this whole book is, and I wanted something that I could just do collages. That's what I wanted the book to be, collages with space to write, but what would the purpose be? And then I decided that it would be for scripture. So I've enjoyed this. I need to get back to it so I can finish it up. And I was doing videos to show the collage work. Then I would write the scriptures and stuff, and then the next time I came back, I would read the scriptures that I wrote and then do some more collage. I haven't, it's probably been a year or more since I've worked in it. And the collages don't have anything to do with the scripture that I'm writing. So that's where I left off with the writing. Then I collaged ahead. Probably did all of this on a video. Looks like more than one video, maybe. And that's where I ended up with collage, and I still have all of this to do. So I think I'll leave this book out, and when I get a chance, I'll write some more scripture in it. And we'll do some collaging. This is a journal that seems like I showed this recently. Was this in one of my videos already? But this I made following a series of tutorials from Gina Johnson from the Rebookery, and her channel is now Stellar Studios. So I haven't really done anything with it, but I loved this. I love the journal. And I had so much fun following her in putting it together. And I made too much material for it, so I have all of these pieces that I can use in another journal, or maybe use in this journal. Just encouraged a lot of play. And it makes me happy to look at this journal. It looks very free. The only things I did in it were the collages on the front, on the covers. And that one. This is an art journal that I made. It's missing a ring. I collaged on the front of it. It had these colored dots. It was a Rocco DiSpirito cookbook, I remember. And I loved the dots, and that's why I bought it. Then I collaged this. And I love this. This isn't an empty box, it's a story. So I put that on there because this isn't an empty book, it's a story. But I did this. I was trying to convince myself that doing art journaling wasn't a waste of time. And I'd been thinking about it for a very long time. And I finally just put this book together, and I used these words: don't just plan on it, jump in and try something new. Get started. And then my husband passed away right after I put this book together, and I couldn't bring myself to use this because it looked too bright and happy. So I made this, and I haven't even put it together yet, but all the pages are done. And this one is part of how I dealt with my grief. And I did it for a month, September 1st through the 30th. Some of them are full of hope. God has a plan. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. And then I feel lost now, directionless, floundering. What does God want me to do? And that's part of grief. And I still struggle, going back and forth between hope and despair. And I ended it with, be still and know that I am God. And at some point after I had done that, it was probably quite a long time after, I did, oh yeah, it was like 5 years later, I got back to trying anything in here. It's time to move forward. That's what that one says. This one says heartbeat. What will the new you say to the old you? Live well every day. I did more in here than I thought I did. And I have a lot of blank pages. Some of them are just square pages, and then after every, I don't know, 2 or 3, then there's one with a flap. They're just mixed media pages, I think, or watercolor pages. I have to find that other ring and put it back in there. And I had created this one with a very large book that I got at a flea market, I think, and it was 1960. I had a couple of these, and again, I just put art paper in it, like nice sturdy watercolor paper, and I did one collage in it. That's all I've done. I forgot about it. I just kind of dug it out while I was looking for these, because I knew I had these, and I found this one. Thought, oh, I forgot I had this, and I forgot I had done a collage in it. So that's all I did. And I don't even know when September 8th, 2021. Then I have these. I did not make these, but they were with my collage books. So these are made for me by Jill, my friend Jill. And these are envelopes. She started out with a candy bag, Linder's chocolate. And I just had so much fun using it as a little glue book. Oh, this goes in there. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Isn't that fun? I think I did some of the challenges too, a different kind of challenge. And I don't really remember. Yeah. So I wrote down what the prompts were on this that she had made and tucked into this. I remember this one because I told a little story with it. And then she also made me this. It's just envelopes that are sewed together in a certain way. And I did some collaging on it. I guess I just glued him in there. Looks like I can do more collaging in it. I could really make it fat. Alright, so that's what I have for today's video. I did not realize it was going to get so deep and personal with these. I just grabbed the pile and brought them in here. So I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and let me know if you'd like to see the ones that I've purchased from other creators. Thank you. Have a creative day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.